Alrighty, so today we are going to make a journal out of beautiful wrapping paper. So this is not wrapping paper. This is wrap that was around some small grocery bags. So I'm just going to cut this. Oops. Oh. Oh, there we go. All right. I think I want, just have to decide how big I want my book, and I think, let's see, I don't want it too small. I think I'll make like an odd size book. That would be fun. So I'm just going to, oops, there. I'm going to fold it in half. And I think this will make a fun size journal. How does that feel? Do I want it that big? Or not? Do I want it a little bit smaller? Maybe about there. Okay, let's take that off then. Okay, I guess that's more standard size. I mean, I like that better. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to reinforce the spine. And all I'm going to use is some medical tape from Walmart. You can see that it's got, you know, a bit of a grain to it, and it's like this so far has been my favorite tape to use. My favorite. Oops. See, I'm already ripping my paper. But that's okay because I can put a piece of tape there. And this is going to be covered up. Okay. Oops. I don't want it lumpy though. So we'll snip that little piece off. And then just tape that. Okay. All right. There. Where's my bone folder? There. Put a good crease. Okay. Now, I went to Canadian Tire and I found the most glorious wrapping papers. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use that one. And they came with coordinating tags and ribbons and string. So let me just get those out to show you. Some twine. I'm going to use that to sew my journal together. And then there were these, and there was also a set that goes with this one, and I think they're downstairs on the coffee table. Okay, so I'm curious to see how much wrapping paper you get for $20. It was just so pretty. I thought I'm not walking out of here without that. It was so Nice. So pretty. It has the beautiful grid lines on it, which makes me happy. Oh, I could use one of the other ones, contrasting color for the inside as well. Okay, so I'm just going to follow these lines and cut myself a nice piece there. Doesn't this look yummy? I've been making water kefir. It's so good. Okay. So, just going to get some of this out of the way. Okay. Now, you can use Mod Podge or glue. I think I'm going to use, or like Decor glue sealer finish. So let's see. What have I got? Whoops. Nope, not that one. I don't know why, but I accidentally ordered gloss. But whatever. So this is like Mod Podge, but it's from Decor, and I love it. And I need a brush to put it on here. And I ordered a bunch of brushes from them as well, and they haven't come yet. So I'm not complaining because I get all my stuff for free. That's always a wonderful thing. So we're just going to, oh, so yes, that is Christmas wrapping paper. It is November. Amazing, isn't it? So I'm not going to do it too thick because it'll bubble on the other side, like it'll be yucky. So just get a good spread there. Make sure you get it all, otherwise you're going to end up with an air bubble. And we don't want air bubbles. They're really annoying. Super annoying. Okay. Get that out of the way. And get that right flattened, smoothed out. Get it right on there. And you turn it over, and again. Oh, am I ever, duh. Okay, take it off. Because I didn't check to make sure, duh, that my paper was, am I going to have enough now? Yes. Now I hope that sticks. Might not. Let's put some more on. So before you do this, make sure that your paper, if it's directional, is facing the right way. Oh my goodness. It's okay. Learn from my mistakes. Okay. Push that down. Trying to stay in frame. I am a terrible stay in framer. I really am. But I have to keep standing up every now and then. I have my camera hanging above my desk in a tripod with a sling. So I just have to stand up every now and then and make sure. I'm just working on the very edge right here. Okay, so let's get that right in there. Okay. And I'm just going to, I should have done this first. so I don't get my scissors all gooey. I'm just cutting that corner off, and just at the very tip there, okay? Then take that. If I'd have done this right, I would have more of this to work with, but that's okay. It's all right. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing here. And just cut. Don't cut your corner. Okay. There. All right, now add some right here. This is like the coolest, fastest way to make a little journal. And it's so much fun. And you know what? You can make a bunch of these, like for stocking stuffers, Christmas presents, craft sales. Our craft sales are all canceled, unfortunately. But what do? Keep making stuff. Keep making it. Look how nicely that lays down. It's beautiful. And then if you want, you can spray your cover with a sealer after, which I am probably going to do. Yeah. Okay, just turn it over. Make sure that's all nice and smooth. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. So pretty. Okay, make sure there's nothing sticky there. Okay, now I'm going to just take a contrasting color. Ouch. And I think I'm going to use this one. Sort of contrasting, but not really. You know what I mean. Give it a little bit of a different looking side. Okay, now this one we want to, and it doesn't matter which way this one faces, but this one I want it to fit inside my edges. So I'm just going to, let's just do this kind of roughly to begin with. Okay. Okay, I know it's out of frame, but you're not missing anything there. So I just did a rough little trim there. Okay, now I know that these two edges are perfectly square because that was the edge of the paper. So I'm going to, let's do it this way. Just going to lay this down and give myself, use this as a measuring thing here. So draw my line there and right here. Now this is a good way to measure when you're making a journal without real measurements. Do you know what I mean? Like just what we're doing here. Because an odd size journals, right? Because then, like if I trimmed this, if I measured it and trimmed it, it may not, it probably wouldn't fit that page there exactly. Because it's not entirely probably squared. Right? Okay. But I mean, it helps that I've been cutting along the lines, so it like I said, this is like a super easy way to make a journal. Now let's just make sure it fits. Okay. So as long as there's no brown showing and there's nothing sticking over the edges, I'm very happy with that. Okay, so let's peel the glue off our fingers. And I'm just going to give this a coat of the decoupage medium. And again, it's nice and even as you can get it. Try not to move your cover because it'll pick up the glue that you're getting all around the edges. If you do muck up your cover, don't worry about it. You can put a coating on it, sprinkle some glamour dust on it, which is decor. It's really fine glitter, and then spray it after, and it'll hide all imperfections. Oh, see, look at, there's brown there. You don't want that. So I may have turned my paper, and because when I laid it out there was no brown and everything fit the edges properly. So just wiggle it around. Do it fairly quickly because you don't want this to dry. Okay. Okay. Smooth that out. Okay. That is so pretty. Okay. All right. Whoops. This is going to be my November, December journal. So just give it a bit of wiggling and creasing there. And you've got your tape under here, so it's not going to crack. It shouldn't crack. But I may have got that too wet. It looks like it's making a mark right there. It doesn't matter. If it does, you can take... I will probably take a piece of brown paper. You can take some ribbon or lace or whatever and just glue it right down the center. I'm going to go with brown paper, I think. Mind you, I don't know how sturdy this stuff is. Maybe once it's been... I think what I'll do is I'll use double-sided tape, actually. So... let me see, how wide do I want this? So let's go about there. Now I can see that's not, okay. So I'm probably going to want it about that wide. Okay. And that's going to be the center right there, right? Okay. So. I don't know if I want to cover my deer head up. But can you see where this paper is not, it's not strong, right? It is just gift wrap. Do I have something? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think it'll still be just really pretty, just like that. So this is a little bit not straight. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. Okay. And then put that one there and just pull that up. Okay, now I think that I will use, do I have any double-sided tape? I don't know if I do. It doesn't look like it. So we'll go back to the decoupage medium. So I'm just going to paint that on there. Whoops. Whoops. Get that kind of centered there. And then press it down. Okay. Now, another thing that you can do that will strengthen your spine, okay, is, where is it? Use some, where is it? Oh, there's some embossing powders, okay? These colors all beautifully match this cover, like gloriously, beautifully match it. I think I'm going to go with this espresso colored and this dark teal. These are, they're from Lindy's Stamp Gang embossing powder. It doesn't say, oh, midnight teal and midnight copper. Okay, now I'm going to put a sheet of paper underneath here. And then I'm just going to very lightly put a very light coating of the decoupage medium. Get this off the brush here. And try not to get it on the gift wrap. Now you can put whatever paper you like in here. You can put watercolor paper. You can put lined paper, whatever you like, a combination, right? Okay, now you're not going to want to dump that back into either one of these jars, but you can start a tin or something you may not have to. hope this sticks. If it doesn't, you can go back after and just touch it up with a little bit more decoupage medium and the embossing powder. Okay, I'm going to get that out of the way because when I turn on my heat tool, it's going to fly all over my desk. Okay, so put that in. Okay, so it's starting to warm up here. And just keep in mind, anything that's stuck onto the side, even if it's clinging just staticky, it'll melt onto your paper, right? So let's get this. It's starting to get hot enough now, and you'll see it start to bubble. Okay. Great. So I'm gonna do this. When I'm done, I'll come back here. Okay, so see that? I'm just going to go in and touch that up and maybe add, I don't know, I'm kind of liking that teal. I think I'm going to make it all teal. And I'll come back to you when that's done. Okay, it's still really warm. So you can just kind of shape it as it's cooling down. Don't burn yourself because it can get really hot. Also be careful you don't set it on fire. I haven't done that yet, knock on wood. Okay, there, so that's the cover. Isn't that pretty? So I'm probably going to, let's see what I got. They sent me, there's a gloss sealer, and there's also, let's see, oh, there's the matte sealer, there's also gloss glaze. I wonder what that's like. But I think I'm going to do it matte. I'm not going to do it right now because I have bad reactions to smells, so I have to do it outside, and then I don't know, things aren't drying outside very well because it's cold and wet, right? So I'm gonna have to do that. I would paint it on, but I don't want brush marks. I don't want to see brush marks on it. Okay, so I'm gonna get these out of the way and knock my wrapping paper over, and then let's see. Hang on one second, I'll be back with paper. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of tea stained papers here, and I also have some vellum, and I'm just printing off some images here. So these are all traveler's notebook size, but that's okay because I like the pages in my books to be varied, right? So I'm just going to trim these off, and then I'm going to assemble my pages into 2 signatures, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I don't think this is straight. Oops, was that better? There. Okay, so there's something else I don't like about this, and that's this edge. Okay, it's not as much on this side, but on this side I don't like it. But I don't want to cut it because I don't want to make the paper any smaller than it is. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to put trim on them. So usually I use hot glue. I do if I'm making journals to sell or to give away. But if I'm just making them for me, I just use a bit of double-sided tape. Now this is a lot thinner than I usually use, but that's all they had, so that's what I'm going to use. And I love this trim. Look at that, it matches, it looks beautiful. And there, that's pretty. I don't think I'm gonna bother with this side. And then I'll just, like that. I could put some trim on this one, this side too, if I wanted to. So we'll just do that. My fingers are still gluey. I have to clean that off. Okay. Oh, that doesn't want to stay. Come on. There we go. And I'll just use a little bit of this one. Okay. All right. So, how cute is that? So we'll get that one out of the way. Then let's see. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do right now, is just put trim on the edges of these pages. And I have some more printing right now, so I'm going to do this exactly the same thing to the one that's printing, pages that are printing, that I'm doing to these ones right here. Okay, here's the end of this. All right, this one's nice and flat, so this is like, this one's perfect for doing things like that. And sometimes I like to leave a little bit of extra at the tops and bottoms of the pages. It's just personal preference. I don't like a lot of tags and things, pockets and stuff in my own journals, but I do really love torn edges, and I don't like really frou-frou lace or anything like that. But I do like to have, you know, like if that gets ratty after, I like that look. I like it a lot. So, okay, like I said, I'm going to go do this. Oh, I've printed off extra sheets for, let's see, so I've got enough for each signature. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, so here it is. I have 2 fat signatures, between, I don't know, 16 and 20 pages each, folded in half. Okay, so of course that's double when folded in half, and then you've got front and back, so that's a lot of pages. Okay, so I've got a lot of work to do filling that up between now and Christmas. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is find the center of my book. Okay, and I don't want to put my holes directly on there because I have 2 signatures. Okay, so I'm just gonna make them, let's see, let me see, what am I doing? Okay, let's do it this way. So it's approximately 8 and almost 8 3/4 tall. So let's go. Let's pretend that it's 8.5-ish. And then I'm just going to find 4, say 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to, something I can actually poke a hole with. So, I don't know. What do you think? Does that look sort of centered? And then I'm going to make another mark on the other side of this fold. Actually, I think that's too far over. I think I want it right here. And then I'm going to put one right there. Okay. And then, let's see. Let's do another one here. And another one. Oops. Come on. Make sure I've got these at least somewhat. And then I'll put another one here and another one there. One down here. One down there. One down here. And one there. Okay. So I've got this really cool hole punch. I've got a fairly large hole on here because I am going to be using this twine that came with the gift wrap. Okay, so you just, I guess I should put this here. And you just push this down and give it a good twist. Okay. And then you've got nice, neat, round holes. I love this tool. It's great. If you want, now you can put eyelets in here. And I also have a tool. It's not, I have one that's from the hardware store. And it's right here on my desk. It's this. I don't have, can I see? It's this one. I don't have a crocodile. I just use this. And the other method that you can use is you can use eyelets, and the old-fashioned method of putting your eyelet in here, this underneath, putting this on top, and then pounding it, and then you'll get your eyelets in there like that. I'm not going to bother because I think the twine is going to be enough to kind of hide those holes, and I don't feel like I need the eyelets. Okay, so now I'm going to take my signatures and I'm going to punch holes in them. So I just want to make sure that I get them in the right place. Okay. I'm going to open this up and push this up. Oh, I shouldn't have put that mat away. Don't let your papers shift, okay? get that good. Get it right through. And it's not going all the way through. So, do it again. Oops. Oh, still not. Okay, so there's paper plugged up in there. So, oh, you can see all these little bits. So let's poke those out. Okay. Okay. Try this again. Okay, let's see. Did it go through? No. So what I'm going to do is just I'll just do it this way. Because when I take off the layers that have gone through, there should be an indentation on the rest of them. Now, the other fun thing that you can do with these dots is I have a little container and I save them because when you're doing altered books, you've got little things that you can stick in bottles and jars and stuff, right? So you can end up with some cute little doodads. Right. Where did I put it? So I just save those. Okay. Great. So let's see. So that went. Oh, it did go on some of them. Okay, let's see. It didn't go quite through. And that one didn't go quite through. Okay, so what you can do is just make sure that you've got your... I'm just going to do it this way because it went through enough that I can see. Okay, so I'll get that out of the way. This one. And then if they're not completely like centered, you can do that now, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this to both signatures. I can feel where this one was. And then when I'm done that, I'll come back to you and we'll sew the pages in. Okay? Back in a minute. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. And, there it is. So, we're going to string our book together. Okay? So, I'm going to, I have a curved needle here. Easiest way in the world to sew a couple of signatures together. Curved needles, awesome. Awesome. Now, and thank goodness that fits. Okay? Alright, now, let's cut a length here. Now, I want my bows on the outside of the book, okay? So I'm going to go from the outside, okay? And my tail is going to be out here. All right? Keep the tail there. Do I have a little clip? Oh, do I have a little clip? I have a giant clip. So, I'm just going to hold that there. Just so that I don't pull the thread all the way through. All right, So I'm starting with the middle hole, okay? And I'm going to go through, I'm just going to turn this way for now. We're going to go through all the holes through the center of that signature. Okay. Okay. There it is. All right. And then I'm going to go into the next hole. Okay. So the very next hole beside it. All right. So I came out this one. I'm going in this one. Whoops. Oh. Okay. All right. Now, see? Now we're going to turn it over and we're going to go in this hole over here. Okay? Oops. Let's get that through there. It really does make it so much easier when the holes are big. It is so great. So great when the holes are big. Okay, now we're going to go back. Okay, we're going to go backwards and we're going to go back in this hole. Okay, all right. So in that one, make sure you don't put your needle through your thread, because that will give you a knot. Okay. And just kind of pull your threads snug. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, so this is the one that we went in. It's the one that we went into. Okay, we're going to go in this first hole. It's just a matter of wiggling it around. There, see? And do you see, like with the curved needle, it's so much easier. Okay, then we're going to go, so we've done all that side, we're in the center again. We're going to go in this hole here that I can't see. So it is about there, okay? Okay. All right. Now you can see that we're coming out again there, okay? So we went in this hole to begin with, worked our way that way, came back. Now we're here. Now we're going to go, we're going to go into this one. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, now we're going to go back into this one. Okay, and now we're back where we started. Okay, so now to join these, what we're going to do is we're going to go under this stitch here. Okay, go under that stitch, take your needle off. Okay, and now you're just going to tie a knot. All right. I'm not going to bother with a bow. I'm just going to have my strings like that. Okay, so there you go. That's one signature sewn in there. All right. Okay. So down in there nice and snug. Now we're going to do the other signature. Okay, so let's, what did I do with my needle? I'm going to do this again. Thread this. We don't want that. Pretty handy that this wrapping paper came with the thread. Okay, let's see if we can get it go. It's uneven because it is twine, like jute twine, right, or sisal. But ow, if you can get it on just enough to hold it, then that's fine. That's fabulous. I burnt myself here the other day and now I've scratched it. Ow. Okay, so here we go. We're going back in through the center hole. All right, and then we're going to clip this again. So we'll just may as well clip all those pages out of the way as well. Okay. Okay, so we went in this hole. Okay, so now, and we want to make sure our signatures aren't upside down either. I've done that before. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we want this one to go like that. Okay, now we're going to go through this center hole. Kind of got to wiggle it around a bit. Be careful you don't rip vellum if you've got it in your book. Once I get this center stitch in, then the pages will all kind of line up again. But like I said, when you've already got the holes punched in, it is so much easier. Come on. There we go. All right. Okay. Now, pull it snug. Okay. Now, you kind of jostle your pages together. And it should be easier through the next one. You can also have your pages all nicely organized and then clip them together. But I find that if I do it like this, with a little bit of wiggling, as long as I've got my holes punched to begin with, then everything straightens out when you sew it together. So, okay. It's just a little bit of sliding down. That stuff drying up on that rack there and it just slipped off. Okay. And through that hole. Right. Okay. So, out the center and then back through the spine. Okay. Okay, there we go. There. Okay. Went in this hole, out this hole. Back in this hole. Okay. And again, much easier going through now that all my pages are lined up. Okay. Back in there. Right. Okay. Now we're going to go over and we're going to go back into this hole. Once you've done it a few times, it's super easy. It is super easy. I'm just having a little bit of a struggle with it because of the twine in the eye of that needle. There is a little bit. Okay, so make sure everything's nice and smooth in there. Hold nice and snug. Okay, and then we're going to go back into the hole where we originally went into. Remember, try not to get your needle through the twine. Get it through the hole, not the twine. Yeah, and see, it wants to catch on that twine there. But just wiggle it around. Okay, so like it's the 3rd of November. Is it bad that I want to watch the Polar Express? I think that if we're doing Christmas crafts and stuff like that, that we need to watch those things for inspiration. That's what they're there for. Why do we have to wait until Christmas Day? Or, you know, a week or two before Christmas? That doesn't make sense. Okay, so there's one of my holes didn't go all the way through. And there. Okay. All right. Okay. And then we're going to go in this one. Okay. And then we're going to go back through this one. Okay. Look at that twine, how beautiful it looks with that paper and the embossing powder. Okay, now this is our, let's see, this is our piece that we started with. Okay, we're going to take this, again, we're going to go through under this stitch, right? I keep my needles on magnets right there so I don't lose them. Okay, and then you're just going to tie a knot. Okay. Nice and neat in the center there. And save the tails for tags for another project. And then I've got my, isn't that cute? Okay, now I like to have a closure on my book. Okay, this could tear. Okay, so if you want to put a closure on it, I recommend I recommend getting a piece of acetate or something. You want something strong. So, let's see. I had a piece of something here yesterday. It was from a file folder. Where did it go? It's from should be, oh, there it is. Okay, see? Just from a file folder. All right, and all I did was I punched some circles. This is really hard to punch through. Okay. Oh. 3, and I want 4. Oh. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to take my tool here. This is a punch on this side. So I just want to center this little circle as best that I can and just pop a hole in it. Okay, so I'm going to do that with all 4 of them. Okay. Now, if you want, when you're first making your cover, you can punch your holes before, or when you're, I don't know, it would be kind of tricky, but you could figure out a way to put these inside your wrapping, right? Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to punch a hole into the cover here. And then I'm going to line it up and press it, make another hole right there. Okay. Right about there. Okay. Now, I have, where are they? Right here. So I have these little eyelets, and I'm just going to use, I think I'll just use, I'll use gold ones actually. I just need 2. Okay. And then I need a Tim Holtz hitch. So, sure, why not use that one? Okay. Now, still have glue stuck to my fingers. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put my clear piece, I could put it on the inside of the cover. So I'm going to put this inside the cover, all right? And I'm going to pop my eyelet through the front, okay? Because I want the pretty side of that eyelet showing, all right? Then you're going to take your tool, make sure you get it facing right way. And just squish that in there, okay? So now I've got a reinforced hole. Oh, you know what? Okay, I was going to do one front and back. That's okay. That's why I punched 4. We'll do it on this one. And put it there. Pop the eyelet through. Come on. Come on. Oh. There. Put it through. Then I'll put my plastic one on this side. All right. And again. Okay. There. Nice and secure. All right, now I'm going to put my Tim Holtz thing. Typically, you don't have to put the eyelet there when you do this, but I did that for reinforcement, okay? All right, okay, now I need a hair elastic. And where's my package of little ones? I had a whole bunch of little ones. Where'd they go? Alright, so just a little plain black hair elastic. And I just want to put it through this eyelet. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this through like that. Alright, now I want to make that secure. So what I'm going to do, you can take a piece of lace trim, you can take a ribbon, you can take a scrap of fabric, you can take some more of this if you want. I'm just going to take, I'm just going to cut myself a piece of ribbon. So I want to put this through the hole. Okay, this is also going to help disguise that elastic a little bit. But I want to make sure I get it through here, because if you fool around with this will just come undone, right? Because that's just a little, it's just through the loop, right? So if you get this through the loop and over top of this little bump, and then just tie, you can tie a bow, or you can just tie a knot. I'm just going to tie a knot. This is not ever going to go anywhere. Okay, and there you go. How cute is that? Really, you know, just gift wrap, some leftover stuff, just a fun book. I'm so excited to use this. And you know, if I want, I probably will seal this just to give it some added strength, right? Because it is just gift wrap, and we know that gift wrap is not very strong. So what you could do is photocopy your gift wrap. Why not? As far as I know, gift wrap is copyright free. So check though. I don't know for sure. Don't listen to me. All right. Thank you for watching. Is this video actually over an hour long? Wow. Okay. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps YouTubers when you do things like that. And it just helps us to know that you appreciate us too. Okay, happy crafting. Bye.